What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Fantastic Four 2-pack with Franklin and Valeria Richards, the children of Sue and Reed Richards. So both of these look cool in their Fantastic Four outfits, and they're more like the teenagers or whatever, so they look a little bit older and stuff. So both look cool there, and if we spin around the box, we can see them with the accessories. So get a lot of like chemistry related accessories and stuff, but then we also get the head of Turg as well, so that's pretty cool to have him in there with the two figures. So looks like a cool pack overall to add with the other Fantastic Four members. So let me get them out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. And let's start off with Franklin Richards, which is the son of Sue and Reed Richards, one of the most powerful beings in the universe and believed to be a mutant, but his own powers caused him to subconsciously alter his own anatomy, and with that he has a vast array of telepathic and telekinetic powers with the ability to fire powerful energy blasts, rearrange molecule structures of matter and energy, warp reality to create pocket universes, time travel, flight, and teleport, but as of more recently he has been depowered due to the overuse of his powers, so at least from what I read, he doesn't seem to have any powers at current, but looks pretty cool here, and I love that they put him in the outfit design that sort of matches that old Fantastic Four set we've got, so I'll have to show you that at the end, but overall looks pretty cool. So the only real difference is that, well, he has that F on his chest, which, you know, could be for Fantastic Four, but it should be for Franklin because his sister has a V on her chest, so I'm going to go with that's for Franklin. But then we have his face, which I know I've seen pictures of him as like a young kid, and he had blonde hair, but now he's got like black hair, so he could have dyed hair, just like they've changed the color designs and stuff. But I love how his hair is like kind of up with like the faux hawk with like the sort of spike, but sort of like windswept at the same time, and overall looks pretty decent there as like the older like teenage years version, older teens, whatever, of Franklin, so that's cool. And then like I said, the outfit design with all the black and sort of like darker blue sort of colors, so blue around the neck, on the gloves, belt, and boots, and then just black everywhere else with the spandex. So they're going to be pretty basic figures, just all in the pretty much exact same outfit design with different heads, but still looks cool overall. And with that we can do the movements, so head twist around and it can look down that far and up that far, so good, especially with that hinge in there. The shoulders can come up to 90, may have to force it down a little bit to get it up to 90 there, and has the butterfly joint back and forth, and of course can rotate all the way around. We get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that can bend up that far, so pretty much all the way up on itself. Wrist can twist around and hinge up and down. Then we go to the ab crunch, so right under his chest, crunch back and forth and twist all the way around, and then has the lower crunch as well, so crunch forward and crunch back, so we don't see that too often, so good with those crunches. The hip can come up to 90 and out to the side, thigh twist all the way around. Double knee joint, they're a little bit stiff with the pinless joints there, but can bend up that far to the back, so isn't too bad. And then we get a shin twist at the top of the boot, and foot flex back and forth and twist side to side. So overall pretty decent movements. He does have the pinless joints and stuff, so didn't have too many issues. Like I said, with the leg it was a little bit stiff there, which is the usual we have with the pinless joints, but overall not horrible, and it works out pretty well body wise. Now accessory wise, we do get a bunch of accessories. I'll kind of show you that when we go through both of them, but for him specifically we just get a set of fist hands to go along with his two grip hands there, so we don't really get anything to show any powers and stuff. And like I said, currently he's depowered, so I guess that'd kind of fit, but cool to have Franklin overall at least. And then we also get his sister Valeria Richards, of course the daughter of Sue and Reed as well. And when Sue was giving birth to her, the baby was releasing bursts of radiation that threatened Sue's life, so they turned to Dr. Doom, who used his science and sorcery abilities to deliver the baby, and in turn was allowed to name her, naming her after an old childhood crush. But at least from what I read, she was born a normal human, but has her father's genius level intellect, so she's another smarty of the family, but has no powers. But like I said, I do believe there is alternate versions of stuff where she does have powers, but I just went with the basic one here. But overall looks pretty cool as well. Again, similar body like outfit design stuff as Franklin had, and then like I said, the other Fantastic Four team. So she has the blue around the neck, gloves, belt, and boots, and then has the V on her chest again for Valeria. And then we have her face, which looks pretty decent. Like, I don't like it overall, don't think it's like the best. Like the face just looks relatively decent. The eyes look a little bit weird and stuff there, but just does look like a teenage girl, so I guess that sort of fits with the blonde hair there. So she's got like the bangs in the front and the longer hair there towards the back, so like I said, overall looks relatively decent for her. And then has more of an older body, it seems like, with all the pins and stuff, so do have some issues like getting her to stand, and then like you can see the issue with the lay there, like the thigh sort of hangs out over the side, which is kind of crazy, so a little bit messed up there with the thigh. But overall it's not absolutely horrible, but like I said, I do have some issues getting her to stand. But let's do the movements. So the head can twist all the way around, it can look down that far and then up that far because of her hair and stuff, so again, good movements with that hinge joint. The shoulders can come up over 90 because she has the different shoulders there, so up over 90 and can rotate all the way around. We get the single elbow joint that can bend to 90 and has the rotation in it, with the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. And then we get the ab crunch just under her chest there, so crunch back and forth very little. It's just mostly back with this, but a little back and forth and can twist around. Then we get the hips that can come up to 90 and out to the side. Actually, it's a little bit under 90 there, so just under there. So then out to the side, a thigh twist all the way around, a double knee joint that can bend up that far to the back. Again, still feels like there's maybe some issues fighting with the knee, not exactly sure. So yeah, it goes up a little bit higher there if you get it worked out. And then we get a shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So I don't know if it's just the pin joint body or what the deal is, but yeah, definitely having issues with like getting her to stand, and it's quite annoying. But accessory wise, again, for her more specifically, she has the two like open wide grip hands, and we get a set of fist hands to go along with it, so much like Franklin. And then we also get a set of hands that have like trigger fingers, but you could use them for like holding stuff or whatever as well. So now we have Franklin and Valeria there together, and you can see the height difference between the two, so how much taller Franklin is, especially compared to Valeria. And then also with this pack, we also get Turg, which is a highly evolved Molonoid that was born in the Forgotten City of the High Evolutionary, and he escaped due to persecution and searched out the Fantastic Four for help when he was hit by a truck, and only his head was able to survive. So now we just have his head in like this tank thing, which it's on this clear stand that you can put him on, so it kind of floats up and stays up with them. Now with this, we can also take the dome off so you can see the head there, so it's just got the head in there and stuff. So pretty cool to have that. Just a solid piece, doesn't really do much, but I think it's pretty cool. And then like I said, we can put this dome just over it there, so we can throw that in there with them as well, part of the Fantastic Four family, I guess. And then we have all the accessories that go along with them as well. So like first we have a data pad, or whatever you want to call it, this like clear pad piece that we can give to one of the characters. And then we also get different like sort of flask things. So we have the Erlenmeyer flask with some like pinkish color inside, and then the rounded flask with orange on the inside. And then we also get effects for them, which are just like the blast piece. So how we've shown in the past, we have like flasks with like a smoke effect, and they're all orange color. The smokes are a little bit like darker orange, but they have the holes in the end of it that you can try and push these in, so it's got like smoke coming out the end of the bottle. And then like if you want to have an explosion in the other one, so you can pop that in there as well, and stuff shooting out the end of it. So pretty cool to have. Like I said, it's not really the coolest thing ever. I like the smokes more just because I think it looks a little more natural, and then with this being pink and all the stuff being orange, it feels like it would only work really for this one. But we do have this stuff, and you just got to be careful getting it in there because it is quite difficult to get it in the points. But let's go and just hand out stuff to different characters. So I just gave them some stuff like they're doing an experiment, like Franklin's doing an experiment and Valeria's sort of filling out the data information and stuff. So just think that is pretty cool to give that stuff to them, you know, very basic, not a whole lot to it. So not the like funnest set ever, but it's still pretty cool to have both these characters. And of course with it, we can bring in the rest of the Fantastic Four to the rest of their family. So let's do that. And there we have the entire Fantastic Four now in the all matching designs with the black and blue outfits, so that is pretty cool. So of course we have Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, and Uncle Johnny Storm there as well to go in with Franklin and Valeria. So cool to have these. And now we just need like Herbie or whatever the robot is to throw in here as well, and we'd have like the full Fantastic Four team, which is pretty cool. So awesome to now have Franklin and Valeria that in, and I love how they sort of matched with these Fantastic Four designs with the black and blue, so kind of all fit together now to have a whole matching family of the Fantastic Four, which is really cool. So awesome to have these two. Like I said, the set's not the most exciting thing, but it's still cool just to get these two figures to add to the team. So let me know what you thought of these two down in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.